Well, it's said to be one of the top health concerns of parents nowadays. Childhood obesity has been on the rise. 1 in 3 children are overweight or obese in the U.S., and in Canada, a little less at 26%. But do not fear. Today we have help from our favorite nutritionist, Juliana Cavallari. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
You're going to help us figure out how parents can fight this.
Yes, absolutely. It is a big concern.
And you actually work in a clinic that fights, a bariatric clinic that fights obesity, and you see the results of that. 18-year-olds who are coming in with all kinds of diseases already.
Oh yeah, it's developed over time, but at 18-year-olds, I'm already seeing diabetes, fatty liver, high cholesterol, high blood pressure.
And they're saying it's going to shorten the life expectancy of the next generation if we don't intervene.
Absolutely.
But we're going to learn how to intervene today.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's get it on.
Okay, so tell me, you've got some breakfast ideas here. And, you know, first of all, how do you get your kids to eat this stuff? I think that's parents' #1 thing. Like, they can tell them, right? But kids, you know, are going to try to do their own thing, and they're not always around the fridge to, like, police it, right?
Yes. So trying to get them in the kitchen with you as much as possible is I mean, try as much as you can. But making it fun by using different ways to make the breakfast, like whether in a bowl or in a mason jar like I have there. Color is really nice too. They tend to like color. So having them involved in putting the berries in, etc., can help. Oatmeal is really good. If you can buy plain oatmeal, that's fine. And then you can put cinnamon in there, a bit of honey, things like that. Maybe a bit of berries. They can make a happy face with the oatmeal. It's another way they can get the oatmeal in.
Anything you do to make it fun, right?
Yes, absolutely. Always make it fun.
Okay, and what do we have for lunch here?
So for lunch, I was thinking of, for healthy lunches, I have Laughing Cow cheese in there with you can do like a low sodium, low fat chicken or turkey, or even chicken strips that I have here too. Or you can do spinach as well as cucumbers. So that's another healthy breakfast or lunch, sorry.
And this Laughing Cow is light. We should make note, right?
It is a light version with high protein.
Ah, right. Yes. Protein's really, I learned that from you in Project Fit. Protein is really important to lose weight.
Yes, keeps you fuller longer too.
And we've got vegetables, I see.
Yeah, so for snacks during the day and during the school day as well, you want to have good healthy snacks. So vegetables are really important. Vegetables also help, they're low calorie alternative, lots of vitamins and nutrients, lots of minerals. Fruit, obviously, high fiber, berries are really good for that. Yep. And if you are concerned about, you know, make sure you cut them if you're concerned about choking or anything like that. That's important depending on the age of the child. And making sure you have some sort of dip with the vegetables, so that can also make them want to eat vegetables a bit more.
I was going to say, so the plan is like have no bad food in the house and only good food, and then when they're starving, they're forced to eat it. Is that kind of how that works?
Well, you can, I mean, we can have some like cookies as a treat or anything like that, but we want to make sure 80% of the time they're doing things that are going to benefit their health in the long term.
Okay, and then you have a challenge that we're going to do right here, which is a special pizza.
Yes.
So not all pizza is created equal.
No, and if I find that even getting them, like I said, involved in the kitchen, so I've already made a pizza over here with spinach, different colored peppers, healthy, good low-fat cheese, and protein, and low-fat naan bread. Yep. So by making this together, I thought that would be a fun little way to get children involved in the kitchen.
So
and
I'm
cooking
the child,
with you,
right? Is that how that works?
Possibly.
Okay. My cooking skills are both that level, so yeah. So we'll just start doing this.
Yes.
And you know, one of the things I think a lot about, I think parents is kind of like sometimes we don't practice what we preach, right? So it's like we're telling kids not to eat bad stuff, and then we're sitting in front of the TV and eating chips or whatever. Like you really have to change your lifestyle if you want to change their lifestyle. That's kind of part of it, isn't it?
Absolutely. You want to be a role model to your child. Even as a matter of fact of going to the park with them and being active at the park with them is also important, because that gets them more likely to be active. Also, you benefit too as a parent because you're active with your child as well. So that really helps in that regard. And I find that even if, you know, playing sports with them, that's a good way to develop fine motor skills. That's important too. And being active and building their cardio strength and conditioning. And even involving them in sports as much as possible, if that's possible. Yeah, if you can bring them in.
So now I shouldn't cover this in cheese, right? You're saying like this should be a limited amount, a reasonable amount of cheese.
A reasonable amount, yeah. And I mean, you can do it to what you want, right? That's the fun about pizza. You can put how much you want, how little you want, but you always want to have a lot of vegetables. So here I have spinach, peppers, chicken, and high protein cheese too.
Yeah.
Actually, with dairy, that's okay too. I mean, they have lots of vitamin D and calcium in there,
right.
So those are important too. And I like incorporating peppers. Peppers are a superfood.
Okay. And the thing is, I think with parents too is, you don't want to be nagging your kids because, if your child is obese, then they probably are being mocked at school. And, they probably don't feel good about themselves as it is. And isn't that the challenge of parents? Like, how do you get them to change their lifestyle without making them feel really bad about themselves? I mean, that's another part of it, right?
That was a very, as someone who did have that growing that up, it's really important that even taking the mind off of it and always making it fun. I started dancing at a young age, and that helped me learn about.
I cannot believe you were obese. Are you saying
I
you were
was an obese child as well?
What?
Yep.
Cannot believe
and I got
that.
bullied. That all happened to me, and that made me a stronger person in the long term, for sure. But that I was more likely to want to be healthier. I wanted to dance or be active, something that I enjoyed doing. And then obviously by wanting to do well and excel in dancing, I wanted to eat well and nourish my body. So that's kind of how that transformed. Yeah.
And that's it, right? You're doing something, you're having fun as a family, and I think, the key is parents have to get involved because you can't just be always pointing the finger and putting somebody down, right?
Yeah, no, that's actually very negative. And even personally, like that was happening to me too. And I find that just always making it positive and fun is a great way to just always continuing the message of making healthy eating and being active fun, because they love to have fun.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, well, whose pizza wins here? What do you guys think? I don't know. Juliana? Mine's a little more loaded than yours. Yours is probably lower calorie. Mine probably tastes better. I'm just
I like green and spinach and stuff like that. So I like my spinach, my color and vegetables and stuff.
They're
both good.
Well, thank you so much for this. These are great tips. And everything that you've told us today, you have put on a blog at 100huntley.com as well as recipes, right?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Awesome. So you can go to huntley.com to see all of that. Juliana, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.